Do you have sufficient funds for your retirement? There are three different phases to retirement and being financially secure that I want to talk about. And the third one will be the most important one, or the one that will apply mostly to us. If this is a topic that interests you, I'm glad that you're here. Please stay and comment and tell me what your opinion is on this. I'm hearing more and more, especially on YouTube, people who are worrying about how they're going to live in their old age. You know, people are talking about selling their houses and buying camper vans. People, I believe, are living in their cars. And these are mostly countries that have a social security system in place. So it's really got me thinking about this and doing some research into what different countries actually do supply as a form of some subsidy to elderly people, and whether their health care is provided for, etc., etc. And so I've put it into three categories, and what I think we should really take a good look at, be aware of this time of our lives that comes for all of us. Now, it's very unlikely that somebody in their 30s or 40s will be watching this video, as we know that I'm talking to you, my friends, who are all around my age. But if you know somebody in their 30s or 40s that you feel could benefit by this, pass it on, please, because this is when they need to be starting to make those retirement plans and making sure that it's enough, because $100,000 sounded like an absolute fortune 30 years ago, but it isn't now, is it? So the same is going to apply to these 30 and 40 and even 50-year-olds. And then the second category of people are ones that have provided for their retirement, have some sort of pension fund or policy in place. And what I've seen happen to other people, and I just like to bring it up too, and I'm really not being bossy, but just sometimes we need to have things made a little clearer to us, that money that you've got, that is it. Our earning days are over. So if you have planned well for your retirement, you've got it, and you're getting along nicely every month, and you're definitely not on the breadline, I think you should still save a little bit of it. Excuse the aeroplane coming over. I live close to the airport, as I think you probably all know by now. You know, at the end of the month, when your pension or retirement annuity, whatever it is, gets paid out to you, your investment, I think it's still necessary for us to save, because the cost of living is going up all the time. And, you know, if you drive a car, petrol goes up, everything goes up. And maybe that money that you're feeling comfortable on now is not going to be enough in 10 years' time. I know it's awful to talk about our lifespans like this, but we're at an age where we need to. And then the third category is people who have not provided for their retirement at all. Now, there are many reasons for this, and there are no fingers to be pointed. People have had hard lives. They've had things happen to them that you and I wouldn't even guess. They battle to get through the month and feed their children, let alone save for their retirement, and always hoped that they would get by on Social Security, I suppose. Now, these are the people that are not in the market for a job anymore. And you're the people I'm talking to in this category. I've just been thinking about a few ways that we all can make some extra money without going back there into the corporate world at our ages. Now, what I did a while back, I went and worked in England for 3 years. And I'm an accountant, and I went and did domestic work. It wasn't difficult. I wasn't the cleaner. I was a housekeeper in some of my jobs. Sometimes I was the cook. I had a job where I looked after 2 teenage children who were at school most of the day, and in the afternoons I fetched them, did their homework with them. And I earned money that I could not have earned in my own country. Our currency is very weak, and that allowed me to bring money home and to put something aside for my retirement. Another thing that one can do is caring. And maybe you don't want to go off to another country and do caring, but I think from what I've heard from all the carers that I know that go from South Africa to England and America and all over the place to do caring, that there are a lot of very wealthy people who are just too grateful to have someone come in and stay with their mum or dad during the day and work as a companion. I'm not saying doing personal caring where you're washing and doing all the toilet needs, but you can be a companion carer, and the jobs are there for that kind of thing. Another one, if you do still own your own house and you're finding it difficult to keep up with the maintenance of the house and that sort of thing, is there a room in your house that you could let out as an Airbnb? Because if you've got a room and a bathroom, not necessarily en suite, and I'm telling you that from experience, we have gone to Airbnbs in quite a few places in the world, and they say private bathroom available. What they actually mean is I won't be in the bathroom at the same time as you, but there's a bathroom there for you to use. If you've got a bathroom and a bedroom that you can spare, you can advertise on Airbnb. And if you do it well, you'll be booked up all the time, and they make a fortune because Airbnb doesn't offer meals, so you don't have to be up preparing breakfasts and dinners and all that sort of thing. So I don't know, can anybody think of any other ways? Well, look, I'm doing YouTube as a way of trying to increase my income. I'm not monetized yet, but I know I will be. I'm going to be positive about it. And I know if I keep working hard on it, that I will be eventually. But I take any little jobs I can get. You know, you don't have to say, well, that's it. I'm not out there in the work market anymore. I'll never get a job. If you put your feelers out, there's always somebody going on holiday and they'd like you to come in and sit at their reception desk for a week or 2. What about pet sitting and house sitting? Now, I've been thinking quite seriously about that because that gives you a little getaway. And if you do it well, you soon become known as being reliable and trustworthy in somebody's house. So there's one to think about. What about dog walking? Obviously, if you're in any way frail, you're not going to walk a Great Dane, but find out what the dog is, and yeah, people are paying. My own son, who lives in England, pays somebody to come and walk their dog. You know, how lovely. You're going for a walk, you're walking in the park, you're getting paid for it. At the moment, I can't think of anything else because I don't sew or knit well enough to do that and charge somebody. That would just be positively rude for me to charge someone for my sewing and knitting. But I'm sure you can think of some other ways too. Let's not give up, guys. The world is in a bit of a tangle at the moment. And I've heard about people being taken off the streets because they're homeless, and it breaks my heart. All I can say regarding the world we're living in at the moment is, let's just try and be kind to each other. You know, if you're standing in the queue waiting to pay and you've got an extra $10, what about paying for somebody's bread and milk that day? So many people battling and we don't even know about it. Do little things like that. Anyway, I hope you have enjoyed our chat. And please comment and let me know of any other ideas you have for making extra money when you're already retired, you're out of the job market, your earnings are either static or you don't have any retirement plan in place and perhaps have to rely on Social Security. I'd love to know if you've got any other ideas. Until then, for those who are battling, I wish you well. And I do hope that things turn around for you and you can find some way of making some extra money so that life is not so very difficult for you. Until next time, bye for now.